This is the evil episode.
Yeah.
The evil episode.
It's the sixth.
Because for some reason, because we always do, if you guys know, we always were on the air every Thursday at 6:30. This is not like we purposely meant this, but it is all Chris is doing that we're seeing the First Omen and violent and a violent nature all on the day that we're reviewing it, because it's 6 o'clock right now.
It's 6 o'clock hour, yeah.
And it is June 6th. And so that means it is 666.
The number of the beast. So
it's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
Today we are bringing you another episode. We are reviewing the movies that you don't need to see, because we're just going to tell you if they're good or bad. And if you don't like that, I think you're listening to the wrong thing, I guess. That's the best way to say that, I guess.
Maybe.
Right?
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. But what we're going to do today is we are talking about one and two. Yes, two horror movies that are out there. And the thing is, it is on the most devilish day. We're talking on 6 at 6 right here. So that means Chris all day long will be telling us all the stories of where the number 666 came from. Like this one right here is that's one that Chris is a big fan of.
Have you seen the flag in my bedroom?
No, I haven't seen the flag. Why would I see the flag in your bedroom?
So it's a rainbow flag, and where the stars would be, it's a 666, and around the 666 are weed leaves. That's the flag in my bedroom.
And this is the funny thing about this, guys. All right, we are not satanic at all.
No.
We're that's not our our bag. We're not.
We're
not going
atheists,
over
right?
and we are who we are.
Okay.
And so therefore, the thing is, though, it's just like it just so happens. So we're just gonna have fun with it. We're just gonna go all in on it. So by any means, don't judge us. We're just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Just gonna make some laughs. Gonna have a good time. Remember, if you wanted a serious podcast, you wouldn't be listening to us.
That's true.
All right.
This podcast should be called "Movies That Don't Suck and Dick Jokes." Right? That's what it should be called.
like two guys getting drunk talking movies. Yeah. I think that was actually one of the titles we were coming up when we were shooting titles.
Two drunk guys or something
Drunken
like
Nerds or Drunken Geeks talking movies or something like that. I can't remember. All right. So first movie right out of the gate is going to be the First Omen. Now, the First Omen is now on streaming platforms like Hulu and such like that. Came out it came out back in April.
That's
a
different Omen, though. The picture you have up that's a different Omen.
Oh my gosh!
Just the Omen.
I'm sorry. I had that. I have that set up for later.
No, that's the second.
That's the movie we're doing later. Yeah.
No,
there we go.
No.
That's the
Omen. That's the 1976 Omen you have up. That's not the one we're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Okay. But then
where
am I at right now? There we go. Nope. That's one I just. Okay, there we go.
No, that's the second Omen, Damien Omen 2 from 1980 or 1970. I don't know, man, but that's not it.
Yeah, it's 1978. Okay, here it is.
No, that's the third one. That's the one with Dr. fucking
with Sam Neill.
Yeah, Sam
Neill.
Not that
the
one.
Best horror guy ever. If you haven't known, Sam Neill played Damien in the third horror movie, in the third Omen, and that was awesome. Also, go see Mouth of Madness if you've never seen that with Sam Neill.
And the picture of it now is for the
Omen
4. That's, I think, a TV Omen movie.
Yeah, it came out in 1994, and it sucks. Don't go watch that one. That one, I just watched that today. All right, so the one we're talking about, though, of course, Chris, is the one that just came out this past April, the First Omen. Where's it at? There it is. The First Omen, now on Hulu, starring, if I remember correctly. I don't remember correctly. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to find what I have it up right Chris. I'm fired. It's an off day for all of us. All right, Nell Tiger free.
There was this green dress that my mother loved. So I decided to destroy it. Try and maybe make some room for her to love me. I put it on the burner. Didn't know how fast fire grows. I wasn't even scared at all. I was just angry. Felt like I was burning too. My aunt and uncle said that it must have been God working through me. But terrible things happen for a reason.
That's from her role in Servant, TV series Servant.
Servant, that is correct. The TV series Servant. I tried to find the Game of Thrones one, but I got Servant was a better fit.
Who else in this movie?
Doing your mom. Also in this movie is the wonderful, the amazing Ralph Ensign.
O greatest of kings, indulge me in this friendly Christmas game. Let whichever of your knights is boldest of blood and wildest of heart step forth, take up arms, and try with honor to land a blow against me. Whomsoever nicks me shall lay claim to this my arm. Its glory and riches shall be thine. But thy champ must bind himself to this. Should he land a blow, then 1 year and Yuletide hence he must seek me out yonder, to the Green Chapel, 6 nights to the north. He shall find me there and bend a knee and let me strike him in return, be it a scratch on the cheek or a cut in the throat. I will return what was given to me, and then in trust and friendship we shall part. Who then? Who is willing to engage with me?
All right, so that's from The Green Knight. That's the stipulations of the
Green
game.
Knight.
Yeah, fucking badass movie. I know you had a bit.
It's a badass movie. We both gave it great reviews. If you go back, I think that was back in the 200s episodes.
Yeah.
So if you want to go look up that, The Green Knight is one of the movies that we reviewed, I believe, in 2022.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
We really liked it.
All right. Awesome. Also in this movie is Sonia Braga.
It's trouble. The ojo malo.
What?
Meredith, stay away from her, or you'll be sorry.
Are you Lisa?
Tina, nice to make your acquaintance, Frank.
You know my name.
I made it my business to know your name.
Right.
The first class can be a little bit overwhelming, so hang tough and avoid that breath. Honey, she could stop traffic with that breath.
Yeah. Was she talking to Kevin Sorbo in that?
Yes, and there's so many different ones I could have grabbed. She was also in like everything from Love Boat to the
Jesus
Cosby
Rolls.
Show.
Jesus Rolls.
Like, yeah. There's so many different things that she was in that I was just like, man, what do I pull it from? Also in this movie, Bill Nighy.
I should have.
Wait, the science guy?
No, not Bill Nighy, the science guy, the actor.
Bill Nighy, I think.
No, it's Nighy.
Oh, okay.
I should have said more. I could have spoken better.
You're gonna cut it straight. Triangles.
I'm gay.
I know. I've known for a little while now, Cliff.
Since the gays arrived.
Well, I can't speak for the rest of the village, but speaking for myself since about 1968.
That's from Pride, 2014
it's from Pride, which I figured would be a great clip because we are in Pride Month right now. If you don't know, if you're listening to this in the future, we are in Pride Month, but in Pride Month is one day, and it is 6/6, and we're doing this at 6. Yeah. So don't forget, everybody. For everybody at home that's forgetting what today's holiday is. Anyway, also in this movie, and I'm glad I get to do a clip for this dude because he's getting up there in age. He is one of my favorite villains from the 80s and the 90s. Here's one of my favorite villain lines from any movie ever. Here's Charles Dance from Last Action Hero.
360 on me.
180, you stupid spaghetti slurping cretin. 180. If I did a 360, I'd go completely around and end up back where I started. What? Trust me. If that little turd, Daniel Madigan, can move through parallel worlds, I can move through parallel worlds. In and out. In, steal whatever I want, and out again. Impossible to catch.
If God was a villain, he'd be me.
Oh, that's one of the greatest lines in a movie
if God was
of all
a villain,
time.
He'd be me.
If God was a villain, he'd be me. And that is the cast from the movie The First Omen. We'll be talking about that here in just a little bit. Coming up right after that, we're going to go right into the next movie, which is In a Violent Nature. And I can't wait to talk about this. This is another Shudder movie. And if you don't know, me and Chris are big fans of the Shudder world. Yeah. We love, I think besides Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Office, I think like Shudder's like the other turn on that I just turn on and just let it go.
Yeah.
Because they have that Shudder channel. Mm-hmm. And believe me, they didn't pay us to say that.
No,
we're
we
just
love
saying
Shudder.
it because we like it. Yeah, we just love Shudder. We just love. No one pays us to do any of this.
Not yet.
If they did, we'd have a lot more money and would do a lot more stuff. Yeah. Believe me, I blow things up just for fun. I would. Yeah. Right now, you pay me $100, I'll blow something up in my backyard right now.
And he'll film it.
And I'll film it. But so I just want you guys to know. Every clip that we are about to play, every person in this movie is like new actors and actresses. Mm-hmm. So if we have a little part or something like right here and there, we have to apologize,
Yeah.
So it is just what it is. So first in this movie is one of the main stars is Andrea Polovic.
No, fuck that. That's too much work. Dude, you know what we should do? We should go to one of those diners that you see at like 3 a.m. when you go on road trips with people. Like the ones that you go and you sit and you're just all alone. But then at like 5 a.m, this one guy comes in with a fedora and a trench coat, and then he sits down beside you and you're like, man, why are you sitting down beside me? There's so much room here. And his trench coat like slowly flips open to the side and we see a gun. And in that gun, we go, our entire lives flash before our eyes, and that is how our final day comes to an end.
So that's from a short film she did called...
Yeah. Sugar, right?
Yeah, yes, that's correct. Yeah, good job.
Right? And I had, dude, believe me, it took me hours to look for like anything from any of these people. I tried so hard, buddy, just to get this right for us. Also in this movie, Charlotte Cregan.
Anyway, I gotta go, but...
Oh, me too. It was really great running into you.
Yeah, you too. We should definitely grab that drink sometime.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Great.
When?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's from a short. That's a short shit.
That's from a short. If you guys don't know, the sound of the car was a lady who's asking when she got hit, and the other lady's like, "Oh, thank God, I don't have to actually."
I think you and I have had that feeling when it comes like, oh fuck.
I have it all the time. Like, I don't want to say that because there are probably people out there that like watch this and stuff like that. But like, and I don't mean it for everybody by any means, but there are times because of my work and what I do and stuff like that, that it's like I meet so many people and they're like, we need to hang out. When are we gonna go hang out? And it's just like I don't know. I attempt.
I only have so much social currency that it's hard for me to
Guys, I sometimes have to sit in a dark room and watch wresling and a movie at the same time and play pro wrestling just so I'm in some other universe playing video games. I wanted to say pro wrestling. All right. Also in this movie was Reese Priestley as well.
Why the hell would you even grab this? Suck my dick, asshole. It was dark. And that's a nice frame. Not anymore. The hell did you say, buddy?
A variation of the Aronian tongue. How primitive.
Let's just get out of here. This guy's on something. Hey, you dickless shit. We already killed one asshole tonight, and we'll gladly do it again.
From Psycho Gorman, dude. Fucking love Psycho Gorman.
That is one of our favorite B movies of all time. Psycho Gorman.
Love Psycho Gorman.
Oh, I love the Psycho Gorman. But those are some of the people that are in the movie in a violent nature. We'll talk about that here in a second. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You can find us online at moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're at w2mnet.com. It's W2 movies.net. You'll find us there. On a bunch of other really cool podcasts. We're on the X MTS podcast. We're on the Instagram MTS podcast. We're on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. You can find us on YouTube at Movies Don't Suck podcast. Find us at Bonfire. Go to Bonfire Cards, so Movies Don't Suck and something new. You'll find shirts and stuff like that. With our faces on it, or names and other stuff Neil's made, like where's the 3 Cents I Promise, something like that.
There's 3 Cents I Promise, Jack Tunney for president, Suplex Your Way to Success, Hookers and Blow, all the great things I've said on this. Yeet.
And then where do you find podcasts from News on Seconds and Do? Please, if you guys want to subscribe or like our page, it would help a lot. Or you know what, fucking rate us on Spotify. That also helps bring people in. If you guys want to help us out, do that. Who are we talking about today?
Today, we are going to talk about a buddy of mine, a buddy of yours. We are going to be talking about, like, what's his name again? Oh, yeah, Matt. Matt is a good friend of ours. And he has started a company called... My computer's being slow today, and I apologize for everything I'm about to do. Dark Dominion. Dark Dominion now is their brand new company where they make 3D things. Now, so this is what he told me to read. So I'm just going to read this to you. All right. So get ready to unlock a world of custom printing possibilities with Dark Dominion, where they're your one-stop shop for all printing needs, offering a level of flexibility and customization that's truly out of this world. Just a glimpse of what to await you at Dark Dominion. Print anything, anytime. They have a handle on your printing request 24/7, 365 from their websites like MakerWorld, Colts 3D, and Printables to your own custom designs. They can bring your vision to life. All you have to do, if you need something a little more unique or in a house design, is at the disposal at any specific needs. Unmatched inconvenience. Order directly from their user-friendly website. The link will be, I'll tell you the link here in just a second.
We'll put it in the description of the show, by the way, so just keep that in mind.
What's that?
We'll put the link in the description of the show.
Yeah, there we go. We'll put the link in the description of the show, or you can send a quote request for a personalized estimate. They will also do phone consultations at your convenience. You can call 816-332-0861, and they'll be happy to chat with you. Payment options galore. They will accept major credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, Venmo, and good old-fashioned cash. If you're ready to dive in, you can visit them at dark we'll just go dark slash not slash I'm sorry, what would it be called, dash dark-dominion.com and explore. PS, if you have any burning questions about a specific print job, don't hesitate to reach out. They're always happy. Now they have some cool stuff, like I just showed Chris a mirror with the KU. Yeah. With the KU Jayhawk symbolization. Here's some nuts. I don't know what those are for. I don't know if those aren't. You can't put those on your vehicle, so I don't know what those.
I think they're mean to put in your own pants. I think.
Okay. and then there's Ultraman as a Buddha. They have, this is a little crab guy that holds your phone up. There's dice towers. There's
skulls. Looks like.
This is the symbol from. Come on. From the Mandalorian. This here is trophies that they have made people and stuff like that. Look, this is the machines and everything that they use. That they're really high tech. They got some cool stuff. And then, of course, everybody, this is an item that I have literally that they made for me, and it is Skeletor light box. Like literally. Here's the printout when they're shown, and I'll show you guys the people that are there. And this will be on my wall starting like as soon as I get the pieces together for lighting it all up. But it is beautiful. I mean, look at that. That's cool.
Skeletor.
I don't even know how much cool that is. Like, I'm a huge Skeletor fan. Like, it was between him and Joker as my first tattoo, bro. Like, and, which is, it's funny because they both talk the same way. But if you want to go, you can go get them at dark-dominion.com, or you can go to facebook.com/Dark Dominion LLC, or you can hit them up on Twitter at Dark Dominion LLC, on Instagram Dark Dominion LLC, or at TikTok at Dark Dominion LLC. Now, those are our buddies. Go look them up. Seriously, we love them. Yeah. Make them $1 million. Maybe they'll give me half of it.
Yeah, give them something printed. Print something up. But I think it's time for us to talk movies. I think we've been.
You know what we're talking about today, Chris?
We're talking about the first
everything the devil because it's 666.
Right. We're talking about the First Omen. First off, directed by Arkasha Stevenson. They have directed such things as Vessels, Brand New Cherry Flavor, Legion, and now The First Omen. First Omen stars Nell Tiger Free as Margaret.
There was this green dress.
Ralph Ineson as Father Brennan.
O greatest of kings.
Sonia Braga as Sister Silva.
Trouble.
Tawfiq Barham as Father Gabriel, Maria Cabello as Luz, Charles Dance as Father Harris,
360 on me.
Bill Nighy as Cardinal Lawrence.
I should have said more.
And Nicole Saris as Carlita Siana, and a bunch of other really cool people. Neil, what's going to be the storyline for The First Omen?
Are there a lot of cool people?
Yeah.
Are you a cool person?
Yeah, you get the description.
A young American woman is sent to Rome to begin a life of service to the church, but encounters a darkness that causes her to question her faith and uncovers a terrifying conspiracy that hopes to bring about the birth of evil incarnate.
So if you guys are not in the know, this is a prequel to the 1976's The Omen, right?
This is a prequel to a movie that came out in 1976.
Yeah. With Gregory Peck, who was about 60 in that. But hold on one second.
Oh my God, you got a hound hell there? You got a hellhound there?
Yeah, I do.
Just like Damien did in the original Omen. Oh man, look at you with your sound effects.
I know. Real ones. But yeah, man, the First Omen is I'm trying to think of what to say about it without giving away a bunch of it, but it changes the canon a little bit. As opposed to
it changes the canon a little bit, but to be honest, does it really matter? I mean, you're talking about something that's like over 40, 50 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times has Superman's canon been changed?
Right.
I mean, hell, Christopher Nolan thinks Batman should kill every motherfucker he meets, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's definitely against the canon of Batman. But, so, yeah, it does a little bit, but let's talk about the movie itself and not what it changes.
Yeah.
Because if it changes a few things, whoopie-doo, to be honest, and people are too uptight about that stuff these days anymore, in my belief.
I mean, honest, I don't think you need to see Omen to really appreciate this one.
No, this movie straight up knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it stands alone.
It stands alone. Now, I love the Omen movies. I've always loved the Omen movies. Everybody said that when I was a kid, I look like the Omen kid. I'll see if I can pull up a picture during this conversation of me as a youngin'. But seriously, I liked it. I thought the movie was really good. It kind of had a nice little slow start to it.
Yeah,
I will say that. But when it got going, to the point by the end of the movie, I was invested. I was there. I was just like, man, what am I looking at? I
love Nell's character, Margaret. I really enjoyed her character. I like mostly everyone in this, even if they found out weren't as good as you thought they were. Like, because there's a little bit of a twist there. But I thought that she was captivating. I of course loved Ralph Ineson, and he's fucking fantastic. And it was a solid fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like just solid.
It was a very solid movie.
It was spooky.
I was.
There's a very, very, very graphic birth scene, which I saw it and I was like, Jesus fuck. Like, I said that out loud because it's
oh yeah, there's a scene in this, and I'm not gonna lie. I believe I have some information about it.
Yeah,
it was the first fact I put up.
Yeah.
This was nearly an NC-17 movie because of the birthing sequence, which, what's the best way to describe it without ruining it too much? A demon's hand coming out of a vagina?
Yeah, that works.
I guess would be the best way to say it.
Yeah, that fucking freaked me out big time.
I mean, it was just super creepy. And I was just like, all right, so this is where we're at in this world.
Yeah, and this movie's super spooky, It's violent as shit. I mean, not well compared to, but just talk about this is very violent. It's also it's if you're a horror fan, I think you'll find a lot to like about this.
If you're a fan of anything horror, I mean, the music in this movie is freaking phenomenal.
Yep.
I can't even put how much I love the music in this movie. Another thing is just like it added to the action so well when it got to that point of all that crazy action movie, sequences and stuff like that, where the horror was coming and stuff like that. I love the storyline they did with the character of Margaret and how they slowly crept it in there. We all knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Like we if you know Omen movies, then you know exactly what's coming. You know exactly what is going to be just popping out there all of a sudden. And this did not disappoint. This was one of those that it was just like, man, the music was great, the acting in this was great, the you get your one-offs, like you get, it's all for you. I'm doing this all for you.
There's a bunch of callbacks to the first one. If you've seen the first one, you'll be like, I recognize that scene, I recognize that thing, or you'll be like, oh, I see that coming up, because that's I mean, people who love the Omen, the first one, they're gonna recognize a bunch of stuff in this, which I guess it enhances a little bit if you've seen the First Omen. I hadn't seen the Omen in a long fucking time. So the day before I watched the Omen yesterday. I watched the Omen. Then an hour later after I watched the First Omen. So it was like it's fresh in my mind. So if you guys really want to get the experience, I'd recommend watching the Omen 1976 OG Omen.
There it is.
And then seeing the First Omen. So I like the First Omen.
Yeah. And I'm a huge fan of the first one. I'm a huge fan of I actually love the one with Sam Neill, one of my favorites, because I've always been a Sam Neill fan.
Yeah.
But seriously, I think the Omen series is just great. Those first 3 films, I think, is just a great little series. And you ready for this, Chris?
Yeah.
This is why, as a kid, I used to be called Damien.
Oh, you do like that kid? Creepy fuck.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that I have the bright blues, man. Yeah. The bright blues is what get them every time. Yeah.
So did people throw themselves off balcony for you?
I think they did,
okay.
But I'm trying to remember. I was hoping. There's a few people I hoped.
Yeah. So this is also specifically a Catholic movie. If you're a Catholic horror, if you want to get freaked out about it a little bit. I honestly believe that this is a movie that kicked off, like you said, the Satanic Panic. This movie was a big...
Yeah, this is one of those movies that started that whole... Because this is in 76.
Yeah, so...
This came out around those movies that came around around that time. This is one of those movies that started known as the Satanic Panic. And it's what got everybody popularized with a little number that we all know here. You know what number that is, Chris?
What's that?
That number would be, you guessed it, 666. Yeah. Until the Omen, nobody really knew about 666. It's just part of the Bible, the fire brimstone part.
Yeah.
And then as soon as a movie comes out that says it over and over and over and over and over and over again, they're just like, oh, that's satanic. The devil.
Yeah, so, I think anyone that ever just mentions... in pop culture, they mentioned Damien the Omen Kid. And so having this out there, which is kind of in the same time as Immaculate, which we still have not yet to talk about, which I'm sure we will at some point. But the First Omen...
At some point. Hasn't it come to VOD yet?
It's on VOD. Yeah, I checked.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it next week. Who knows?
We're doing the Hitman next week.
The what?
Hitman.
What's a Hitman?
Hitman is on Netflix. It's Richard Linklater's newest movie.
Oh, is this about the video game? I love Hitman.
No,
man.
it's it's unrelated to the video game.
Oh, okay, but anyway, going back to this movie, the acting in this is great. You get a lot of cameos from some of the greatest, creepiest guys in film. Like I said earlier, first, of course, Bill Nighy is in it. Not the science guy. Bill Nighy, you'll know him.
Yeah.
As soon as you see him, he plays the creepy guy in so many. I think Shaun of the Dead would be this generation's most he was the stepdad in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. But
anything
you see him in, he's pretty good. So he's a character actor, so he shows much stuff.
Who else is in this? Oh, yeah, I got Charles. Look at Charles. Charles always makes me happy.
Yeah.
That's just one of those actors that every time I see him, I'm like, something good's going to come out of his mouth. And, and the design for this movie was just freaking ridiculous. There is visuals in this movie. There's a scene here where all the kids fall down. The visuals for this movie
the opening
are just
scene.
ridiculous. Look at where every time she's laying on a bed, her hair is perfect like that. If you've noticed, I don't know if you noticed that throughout the movie.
She's gorgeous. The opening scene of this, man, I really go, oh my god, I said that out loud.
Dude, I know. This whole movie was. I think this is the part right here with that's when the girl's like, "It's for you. It's all for you."
Yeah, she doesn't have her eyebrows aren't well defined, but that's neither here nor there. This isn't the First Omen.
Here nor there, Chris. Here nor there.
You guys can watch this on Hulu or Disney because they're the same really now for free. You don't have to pay anyway if you have those.
If you have to pay the subscription, you can't unless you got just a passcode like I do. I got 10 passcodes.
No, that shit gets sucked out of my account every month. So, all right, Neil, my score in this is 3.8 maybe 3.9. It was pretty good. I liked it. That's how I feel.
I think I'm gonna give this one a nice little round number of a 4.
Okay.
Like I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked the music. It kept me very interested.
Mm-hmm.
It kept me so interested that I had to run back and watch all the rest of the other Omens, which I did. I went and watched all the Omens in the last 4
Did you watch
days.
the one from 2006, the remake?
I watched all the Omens in the last 4 days. Chris, besides, you know, what fun entertainment I was watching for fun and giggles, it was the Omen. The Omen was the only thing on my TVs and my computer screens. So actually half my wallpaper is now the Omen.
Nice, okay.
Like literally, I'm like, it made me remember a whole series of movies I just totally plumb fucking forgot about.
Yeah. Well,
and so I have to give it at least a 4, just because you did exactly what you're supposed to do. You gave me those member berries.
All right. Neil, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. What's the audience score for The First Omen?
It's gonna be 22.
70%. Here's the audience.
No, they gave it a high one. I thought they were gonna go way low on this one.
Audience says.
I thought that's why.
The First Omen has plenty of spooky atmosphere and some great performances. Although, if you're in the mood for a slow burn, the pace might be a deal breaker. All right, Neil, what is the critic score for The First Omen?
These are hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, because they're horror films. A lot of times they don't give the shake they deserve sometimes. So,
but that one I'm going to go 66%.
Certified fresh at 81%.
Holy shit!
Critics' consensus is frequently frightening, even as it plays within the confines of a nearly 50-year-old film series. This prequel is the first omen of a bright future of franchise in quite some time. So, the critics liked it for once. Fucking, we don't ever see that. Really good review and a bad review and a good review. This is from Sean P. Means of the Movie Critic. He says, "It's an intriguing movie watching this exercise to try to figure out why the people behind The First Omen wanted to create a prequel for a movie that otherwise would have disappeared down the memory hole." You get a 2.4 out of 4, whatever. And then this is gonna be this is from Allison Rose of Flick Direct. She goes, "The First Omen's Nell Tiger is well cast as Margaret. She plays over well, and her acting during her pregnancy and birth scenes is excellent." So yeah, we like this. This is a good movie. You guys can check it out. You guys can also see The Omen. It's pretty easy to see. I think it's whole thing's on fucking YouTube if you want to watch The First Omen. And Neil recommends 2 and 3, and maybe 4 don't exist. But
4 was okay. 4 was okay.
Okay.
But it wasn't really. I don't know, man. It was kind of like it got to a part in the movie where you're just kind of like, I don't know if I care about this anymore. So the first 3 though, amazing. I'd watch this one and just watch the old ones right in a row. Yeah. I feel like they kind of. I mean, besides cinematography wise, I believe they go really well
and
together.
The sound is not so great. Like the sound, like the movies in the 70s don't have the best sound. Like, but if you're looking for really like
dun 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 dun. See, this is what it is like. It's like the guy would be talking, and that's the sound effect that'd be going on in the background.
Yeah, but like this new one has really stylish filmmaking. It's really good. It's spooky and it looks good, and it has top notch effects. So, but yeah, The Omen is in the consciousness for a reason. It stayed around for a reason because it's a fucking spooky movie, and this one, The First Omen, is just as spooky, if not more.
I think they did a good job. I'm glad they did it. And when it comes to reboots and remakes, me and Chris are not the biggest fans.
No,
we don't know.
A lot of times we don't know where the fuck they have to be there. But you know what?
Yeah. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing this movie again?
But I think it's time for news, right?
Yeah, let's do it. This is The Movies Don't Suck and Some the News. Chris needs me to read the news to him because all night long he's been worshiping Satan because it's 666.
All right, Neil.
Hail the beast! The beast!
You got any satanic news for me today, or just regular movie news?
What?
You got any satanic news for me today, or just movie news?
Oh, no. We're just going to go good old movie news. We're not going to do that.
But unless you're like a conspiracy theorist.
That's for our other podcast, and that's called Seances That Suck and Seances That Don't Suck and Some That Do. So if you want...
But I do think that if you're one of those people that thinks that the Hollywood elite has satanic cabal eating children, then what you're saying is just also satanic news, right?
Ooh. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Did you hear that they made a Knives Out movie?
Wait, you're doing this again? You're doing this again?
I just started it off like this. So but they did add one more actor to the cast. Now, if you guys don't know, last week they listed a big group of people got added to the new Knives Out mystery, which is called Wake Up Dead Man, which is like Josh O'Connor, Kaylee Spanning, Andrew Scott, Kerry Washington, Glenn Close, Jeremy Reiner, and Mila Kunis. Well, now added to it, because you put this guy in a movie alone, and I'm gonna fucking watch it. Mm-hmm. Got added to it. Mr. Josh Brolin has now been added.
Josh Brolin was added to this? Nice.
Yes. The good old man Josh Brolin is now added to the Knives Out cast. So, I mean, you already got Daniel D. Clark. You got all those people I just said. Now you got Josh in it. What I mean, after Glass Onion knocked it out of the park.
So good.
And Knives Out, the original.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go see every single one of them.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if three of them. I don't care if 3 of them in a row suck.
Yeah.
I will still see every. I will still go see every single.
We'll
one
see
of them.
this along with those Perot films. The
Murder of the Orient.
Yeah, and
the Murder on the Oriental Express and the Death of the Nile. Oh man, yeah, and the Haunting of Venice. Yeah. I love those movies. I love these kind of movies. They're not overdoing them yet. They're just a couple of characters that are doing them. Cool.
Yeah.
Give me those three. To be honest, they could do a Knives Out like series if they like did it right, and I'd be all about it.
Maybe sort of each hour, and maybe do like a Black Mirror type thing. That'd be cool. Yeah, but yeah.
All right, so Jack Black and Richard Linklater have said that they want to do a School of Rock sequel. Where are they now? Kind of movie. The only way they're going to do it, though, is if Mike White, the original writer for the School of Rock, is on board, and so far he is not. So that is why a sequel has not taken place.
Okay. Well, I'd like to see it. I like School of Rock quite a bit, honestly. I like that movie. Do you like School of Rock? I
love School of Rock. Yeah. School of Rock is fucking fire, dude. Yeah. I don't know.
It's got peak Jack Black in it. Like when you think Jack Black, you think that character. So
yeah, like that. Shallow Hal, Nacho Libre, Nacho Libre.
And Tenacious in the Pick of Destiny, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. One of my favorites when he first started with in High Fidelity. But anyway, one of the movies that were in our top 5 for last year, Chris, have broken streaming records this week.
What movie is it?
The first movie to ever do this, it went into Netflix and iTunes and hit as soon as it was released, went directly to number 1. And that movie is Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
As soon as it was released, went to number 1 and has been number 1 simultaneously since it's been released on both of those.
Godzilla -1 is fucking fantastic. It's better than any American Godzilla movie that's come out. Easily.
I'm going to be 100%. Like, I still haven't seen Godzilla versus King Kong. I still haven't seen it. And it's like, you know why? Because I saw the best Godzilla movie of all time. Like, I'm like, no matter what Godzilla versus Kong New Empire has to offer me, I don't think it's going to make me feel happy like Godzilla -1, and I don't want you to say yay or nay on that.
Okay.
Because I know you'll ruin all that shit.
I wasn't ruining it, but they're different. But yeah, Godzilla -1 is the best Godzilla movie probably ever. Like honestly, it doesn't get better than like what that is. It's a fantastic movie.
Godzilla -1, seriously, guys. And
It's
we're
the
not
shit.
uber. It's this ain't just geeking out,
Yeah.
man. If you like a good movie, because literally the story is just about someone that has bad PTSD,
Have you-
and then Godzilla's involved.
Have you talked to
Like,
Nova?
literally, that's
I talked to Matt, your friend Matt, about the Godzilla Freak. Did you talk to him about Godzilla -1?
Yeah,
He loves it, right?
we talked to him about it on -1, the -1 episode, if you remember.
Oh, I thought we talked about the different Godzilla movie.
Oh, Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. So what is it?
Yeah.
Have you talked about we I don't know. All right, we'll talk to. But it's good.
Yeah, we'll talk to him. But anyway, his name is Matt, and his name is Nova, and he likes doing 3D printing for you. So go to darkdominion.com. Anyway, dash-dominion.com. Anyway, so Chris, they have announced over 60 MCU comic book characters will be in Avengers #5. Now, originally, this was going to be called
Secret Wars.
Dynasty.
Right?
This is the King Dynasty going into Secret Wars. Yeah. But they're doing some rewrites and stuff like that because somebody likes to beat his woman, and that's not cool. And so Disney's like, nah.
So I'm wondering what you guys are going through with. Like, are they changing it? Are they recasting? We don't know.
No. Well, right now, I mean, guaranteed Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Hiddleston, Sama Liu, Karen Gillian. They're all rephrasing their roles. So, like, that's a good 5 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people there. So you only need 54 more. Also on MCU news, they're looking for Avengers 5. They're talking to a certain director who they think can put this together perfectly. And that director is Mr. Sean Levy, aka the guy who just did Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh.
Now look at that. I mean, because Deadpool and Wolverines is supposed to, there's no spoiler or nothing because we don't do the spoilers. But it's gonna be kind of like combining a lot of stuff.
It broke pre-sale records, I think, if I remember correctly. Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yeah, it's like on the first day. It's called on the first day, it was just like, okay, you don't need to do anything but see this movie.
Yeah.
This is going to be the movie of the year. It really is. It's going to be difficult to see it, so get ready for it. All right, how about this? You ready? Yeah. I'm going to give you a vision.
Okay, vision's being formed.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. What is it?
Jeff Bridges.
Okay.
As God. Okay. Johnny Depp as the devil.
Okay.
Right? You're already there.
Yeah,
you already want to see that movie.
What the fuck is that?
That movie's already done. Terry Gilliam's The Carnival at the End of Days. It will be Johnny Depp playing Satan versus the opposite of Jeff Bridges playing God.
Dude, all you had to really say is that Terry Gilliam, and I'm in.
I know, right? I know. But we get Johnny Depp versus Jeff Bridges. I'm down. I want to see the dude versus, versus Captain Jack.
Yeah.
Like this hostility won't fit, man. Dude, Satan, you peed on the rug. That rug really pulled the room together.
I'll suck a dick for $1,000.
But yeah, this is coming out. The movie's plot involves Satan trying to save humanity from God's destruction. Jason Momoa is also joining.
Let's hope that it's better than Mordecai. So
I think everything would be better than Mordecai. I think I believe I've seen movies that were like of people just filming themselves walking through the hallways of buildings.
It's better than Mordecai. I know something like Main Crown Center.
That's a deep reference. If you guys listen to every podcast episode, you know that reference.
Yeah.
Anyway, Let's move on. Eddie Flacco, also known as she was the wife of Tony Soprano,
Edie Falco.
also known as
Edie Falco.
Yes, and what I say?
Flacco.
Did I say Eddie? Yeah, Flacco.
You said Eddie Flacco. I was like, Edie Flacco.
Hey, dude, I hear it in my head one way and I mess it up the other. That's what you're here for, Chris.
Edie Falco.
Yeah. But also known as Nurse Jackie, she is going to be combining with Nurse Jackie's director to lead in an indie comedy called I'll Be Right There. I'll Be Right There is dealing with family complexities. It's a Brainstorm Media acquires U.S. distribution rights for the heartwarming yet hilarious lead. Express in a heartwarming yet hilarious film, Wanda, played by Eddie, finds herself juggling the complexities of life, her pregnant daughter's wedding plans, her mother's health concerns, her son's uncertain future, and her own romantic dilemmas. As Wanda navigates through these challenges, she discovers that taking care of everyone else leaves little time for herself, even though she's not sure what she would do if she even had time.
Right. Okay, that sounds good.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I want to see her comedy. Usually it's always like horror, or action, or drama with her. It's never. I don't think I've seen her in a comedy in years.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, Neil's looking for something.
No. Everybody's favorite show on Netflix, Suits, is now, because everybody has been watching it constantly. That's right, over 57.7 billion minutes of Suits have been watched in the last year.
I think it's just it's a show that we never really thought about before, but now all of it's on Netflix, and why wouldn't we? You know? Did you watch Suits? I didn't watch Suits, so.
Fuck you guys. I watched it because the first episode was right after Monday Night Raw. And so I watched it from the first day. And they got me right away because it was about a kid that he can memorize everything, just like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, but it was a serious take on something like that. And he was running away from these cops because he was trying to sell weed. And he freaking goes into a Harvard interview to become a lawyer.
And there he goes.
And I was there. I was on top of it. So because of everybody's entrance, they are now planning to make a movie based on Suits.
Okay.
The director, Aaron, is looking into it and trying to figure out exactly where to go with that. Talking about shows that are making movies.
Okay.
Mr. Cillian Murphy has signed on for another role that he's already done before. He will once again Tom the Hat. Yes, we're talking. He will be Mr. Tommy Shelby one more time. Peaky Blinders is now confirmed. To be a Netflix movie coming out in the future. Now we already know that he's working on the 28 Years Later now.
So excited for that. Unicorn.
And so I mean, can this guy do a suck ass movie? Like, can he just do one?
Yeah,
well, I guess he was in the Nolan universe, so I guess that's
why don't
his
you
bad
calm
one.
the fuck down with that, dude?
So like, I mean, I don't know. I want to see it anytime Cillian Murphy doms anything. Channing Tatum is hosting a star-studded and deadly island party in the movie called Blink Twice. It's going to be directed by Zoe Kravitz. The thriller follows a cocktail waitress that's infuriated with a tech mogul on a deadly island party. It's going to be scary and creepy.
So Zoe Kravitz is
down.
Zoe Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz is down. Channing Tatum is going to be the creepy guy.
Ooh,
I'm down.
Zoe Kravitz is his boo, so...
Yeah, it's coming out in August, too. So,
that's pretty close. Yeah, all about it.
And it's... here we go. The cast includes Naomi Ackie from Lady Beth, Channing Tatum, of course, Christian Slater, Simon Rex, Kyle MacLachlan, Haley Joel Osment, Gina Davis, Bruce Gohan, Tiffany Persians, Zoe Kravitz herself, and I think that's anybody else that we can.
I can't with Christian Slater. Where the fuck has he been? You know what I mean?
Who?
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater killed. Well, he did iRobot. That whole series.
I know, but
that was amazing. One of the best series that came out probably in the last 10 years. I think that's like right up there with like Breaking Bad and like Game of Thrones until season 8.
You mean Mr. Robot? Is that what you're talking about?
No, yeah, Mr. Robot. I said iRobot.
Yeah,
I said that Will Smith movie. I get confused. Hey guys, when you're in your 40s and you smoke weed, this is what happens.
That's why I'm
confused.
That's why I'm sober. So right now,
yeah. No, he's sober now. That's it. Don't let him lie. He does more drugs than a junkie on Thanksgiving.
No, I don't.
All right.
For anyone who works with us, I don't.
I know. Relatives of his that are watching, I'm telling you, right now he's smacked out on heroin. Anyway, because it's 666. Anyway, Predator sequel Badlands finds its female lead. The Predator sequel Badlands is going to be with the good old Eli. I said Eli. I hate when I do that. Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning
is going to be playing the female lead for the upcoming sequel or prequel Predator Badlands.
So it's like in the same vein as Prey, like a different like name. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be right here. It's being like we're going to get the rich history of them over the years. So it doesn't say right now if it's being kept under wraps. Nothing, they're not giving us any details right now. Okay. So it could be Badlands, could be a Western. It could mean that, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We don't know.
Who knows? The creators of Metal Gear Solid really would like to have Tom Burke play Solid Snake in the movie.
I see that hard.
I see that really, really good. Like, seriously, they got a picture here of the two of them right next to each other, and I'll pull it up just for you, and I already got it saving up. Give me 1 second. But it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I'm down for it. There's so many times in my life where I'm just like, I don't know if I want to see that or that or that,
I mean,
but this one, I'm like,
Solid Snake is based off Snake Plissken, obviously. Like, if you want to talk about the characters, but yeah, man. I mean, are you pulling up a picture? You had a picture?
Yeah, I'm pulling the picture. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. And I got two pictures right next to each other of the guys.
Oh, that works. That works.
I mean, come on, all day long. Mm-hmm. All day long, that works.
Yeah, it does work.
I'm down.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I'm down. It makes me happy. Hey, Chris, have you ever thought, watching a good old Frank Miller movie like, the 300, you're like, man, I didn't get enough information in just that little movie. And then they come out with a sequel and you're like, man, I didn't get enough information in that sequel.
I don't know, man.
So what if they did a whole TV series about the 300? What? I don't know how you do that. I don't know that. How long is it going to be? 8 episodes and that's about it? Because you can't do like.
I can't imagine the most exciting thing about the 300 is you're waiting for the combat. So what's it going to be with the? I don't know how you do that either. Maybe it's good. I don't know, but the cool thing about
I'm just like at one of these parts. Like it's like, okay, dude, it sounds like it'd be cool, but I'm just like, I don't know.
Zack Snyder's probably an executive producer or something like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And did we talk about Welcome to Derry last week?
No, we didn't.
Welcome to Derry is being made. It'll be a prequel of the It universe, and Mr. Good old Bill Skarsgård has signed to replant the role of good old Pennywise.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, go all in on it.
It's hard not to love that Skarsgård though. He's also very attractive as not Pennywise too. So
the whole Skarsgård gang it's just so sad how good looking they all are.
Yeah, even Stellan at his advanced age is good looking too.
Yeah. So Jerry Bruckheimer's new movie is the highest testing movie he's ever made in his entire history.
He may have Pirates of the Caribbean, if I remember correctly.
Right?
Yeah, what's his new movie called?
Calls this new movie I'm the story of a female empowerment, acclaimed. Young Woman and the Sea.
Okay.
It's a story of a female empowerment overcoming obstacles is what they're getting, and that's
Nice.
all we're getting told.
Okay.
But I mean, he's made Top Gun, Pirates of the Caribbean, Beverly Hills Cop, Bad Boys. He's even helped in Star Wars movies.
We're doing Bad Boys next week. Bad Boys Will Ride or Die, right? That's what it's called.
Yep.
Okay.
And this movie has it's Daisy Ridley from Star Wars plays a real life female who swam across the English Channel.
Oh, okay. I think I know that story, but yeah.
Another video game is being made into a movie.
Okay.
Just Cause.
Oh, I guess, man. I guess
The director of Blue Beetle will be making Just Cause.
Okay.
You didn't like that one, huh?
Oh, it's okay. It's just there's so many. There's like 4 of them. And
Well, they're figuring out. Hey, man, now we can get we got to figure this all out, you know. Let's see here. Let's just finish this up with a couple happy notes. All right. Jordan Peele is reportedly in talks with Marvel Studios, going to be doing an MCU movie. So that's interesting. And remember, they got that whole dark universe they want to start working on too, with like Constantine, Swamp Thing, stuff like that. So I'm interested what they're going to have Mr. Peele do, but he's been seen walking around the campus over there. Eli Roth Hostel is becoming a TV series.
Yeah. I heard who was in it. Paul Giamatti's going to be in it. Right?
Paul Giamatti is going to be in it. That's my next part of it.
Sorry, buddy.
Bastard. Just jump right in front of me. Yeah, stop reading. You need to stop reading. And this is the coolest thing, I think, of all time here. All right. So we know Roadhouse 2 is going to be happening. I've already talked about that before and stuff like that. But there is a soundtrack made for the original Roadhouse featuring Patrick Swayze with Jeff Healey, who is the blind guy that was in the bar recording the entire first movie that was playing. He recorded a whole soundtrack of 19 songs that was never released, and they found it, the masters, and they are going to be releasing the 19-track soundtrack of the Roadhouse.
That's cool.
With all of Jeff Healey's original works. On the Road Again, Confidence Man, Long Tall Sally, One Foot in the Grave, Hear the Guitar Ring, Knock on Wood, which is that part where it's like, you gotta knock on wood. You know, that's a part of the movie.
Yeah.
On Tour Down, Roadhouse Blues, covered by, Traveling Band, White Room, Hoochie Coochie Man, When the Night Comes, Falling from the Sky, Killing Floor, I Just Want to Make Love to You, Red House, Round and Round, Foxy Lady, and Back in the USA, and Angel are the tracks.
Nice.
So that will be coming out. This movie it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm looking for when it said it's coming out. It said it earlier. I know I did. June 7th. So as of tomorrow, it will be coming out. Go check it out. Jeff Healey's Estate official website. I'll be there. It'll be available on Sony Music. Literally, I like that they're giving props to a man that did so much for that movie. That movie was badass because he was a good additive to it.
Do you know what Sunday is?
Father's Day?
My birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday. God damn. Why don't you guys tell me this stuff? The other day, all right, before we get done and we're over with this. The other day, I'm at my friend's house at the flats. We're sitting there with the binoculars watching people come out of the bars because it's fun to watch the drunk people getting fights and stuff like that coming out of the bars. See somebody over in the corner, I go, that's my buddy Topher. I go, what's he doing? Because he's wearing the shirt he bought in Philadelphia that I was with. The cool, awesome colored shirt, right?
Yeah.
Right? I called down there. Oh, first he denied me the first time. He denied me the first time I called.
Like Christ.
I'm watching him do it. I like, you dick. So I did it again. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, celebrate my birthday. Just tell me. I don't, dude. We all smoke weed and stuff. We don't have good memories. Gosh dang it! All right. Oh, it's Chris's birthday Sunday. Everybody send stuff to Chris's house.
Yeah.
His address is I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
please
not gonna
don't.
give you
Please
the
don't. Please. I don't want anything.
But send him birthday wishes. Go to his
Yeah.
Facebook. Go to Movies That Don't Suck and Something to Do Facebook. Give all the happy wishes on Twitter, whatever, to Chris.
Thanks.
Donate money to any wonderful Pride.
Yeah,
I'm
please,
guessing
please, yeah.
community, LGBT community, Chris, or also on top of that, you can get him a Jeffrey. If you don't know what a Jeffrey is, go see Get the Geek, and you'll know what a Jeffrey is.
Rub the
But Chris,
fuzzy
that's
wall.
the end of the news.
Okay, all right.
That was the Movies Don't Suck and Something News. I told Chris a bunch of stuff because he's blind in one eye from that time he tried to suck it out with a vacuum cleaner.
Let's talk about Inviolate Nature, directed and written by Chris Nash. You guys know Chris Nash. He directed most known. He did one of those sequences on the ABCs of Death 2. Do you remember that? The one of those. Yeah. He was also.
I remember that.
He also did a bunch of special effects, like for Psycho Gorman and stuff like that. This stars Rye Barrett as Johnny. Andrea Pavlik as Chris.
No, fuck that.
Cameron Love as Colt. Reese Presley as the Ranger.
Why the hell would you even grab this?
William DeLeon as Troy. Charlotte Cregan as Aurora.
Anyway, I gotta go.
Leah Rose Sabatis as Brody. Sam Rolston as Aaron. Alexander Oliver as Evan. Timothy Paul McCarthy as Chuck. And Lauren Reed Taylor as the woman. Neil, read the storyline for In a Violent Nature.
When a locket is removed from a collapsed fire tower in the woods that entombs the rotting corpse of Johnny, a vengeful spirit speared by a horrific 60-year-old crime, his body is resurrected and becomes hell-bent on retrieving it.
So, looking at the preview for this, it looks like a slasher, but it's a bit different in the aspect that they don't really follow the people; they follow the killer most of the time.
Right. So that is the good thing and the bad thing.
Yes, it is
about this movie.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when you see a slasher movie, guys, you go in and you're worried. When they're worried. When a slasher's coming, they're like, oh my God, these people, they're worried. They're going to die.
Yeah.
People are coming after them and you're, kill, all that stuff. But in this one, except for like very little parts, I'd say less than 10 minutes altogether in the entire movie. In this one, you're following Mr. Slasher Man.
Which is an interesting idea. The idea is interesting, but also you're so disconnected that
from the urgency of death.
Yeah.
Like, and
it's not very urgent. It's not a very urgent movie either. There's a bunch of walking around the woods, bunch of that.
The funny thing about this too is like it reminds you almost like if you're watching this, guys, I know there's a bunch of people watching, but I don't know if you're just listening to us. I'm gonna show a couple photos, and it's like a third-person shooter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
You're following behind this guy, like what's going on next? Yeah. Like that's what it looks like. Right?
Yeah, but also
here's the funny thing, Chris. You want to hear the funny thing?
Yeah.
The director doesn't play video games. He's never played video games. So that perspective came to him at a different light and not like it's a video game. But to me, it felt like a video game. But I know it was a choice, but the lack of music was just like, it made it so like I'm in a theater and I can hear the couple making out behind me. I can hear like the dude shifting in his seat. Like it was so quiet.
I think I would have enjoyed this in a full theater, like with a group of enthusiastic people, more than the way I saw it, which is me and 4 other people.
Yeah, I think there's like maybe 10 in mine.
So I did go with a friend. So there's some brutal kills in this, some shit I've never seen before. In this, which I'm sure you laughed a little bit when you saw one of them, right?
I scared the people in the theater, especially with this poor girl.
Oh yeah. I did too.
And her death.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say this to you guys: if you want to see someone's head pulled in through their abdomen and pulled out the other way, this is the movie for you.
This is a very violent movie, but I do feel like that they played it up too much. Like we didn't get enough of it. You know what I mean? Like we got some really fucked up shit to see, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't what this could have been, honestly.
And I like how they use the negative space.
Yeah. Negative
I
space
like that it's very realistic looking.
And
like everything in this movie was like, let's see if I got another picture. Like, I mean, the guy is so easy. You can do that Halloween costume all day long. I mean, look at that helmet. Yeah, right there. But
yeah, I'm not too upset with the lack of music. I thought that the choice was there, but I am a bit. I did think it was a bit thin on plot. Not that we need a plot, I guess. I mean, the plot was there, but it was just so disconnected that that it was weird. But the one things I do love is the cinematography in this. They picked the most gorgeous shots in this. The shots in this are gorgeous, and it looks great. It looks great. I just think it was a little. It didn't do it all the way. I'm not saying I didn't like this movie. I did, but it was a lot of following him and a lot of not a lot of stuff happening. I think they could have upped the tension a bit more. I think they could have made it score a bit more. We didn't get enough of that, I don't think.
No, and the thing is, it sounds cool, but. Okay. It sounds cool, but I did that so you could delete that. I realized that's what I did. It sounds cool, but the thing is about this, it was just like it was so lacking. It just felt like something was missing. I love the concept of it.
Yeah,
I love the concept of it. I think that's the thing. The concept of this is awesome, but guess what? The concept of Cannibal Holocaust was awesome. Didn't mean it was a good movie.
Yeah, so the idea was interesting, and I like the idea that it was trying something fresh with this genre that's tried and true. But it just I think the execution was lacking in that aspect. That, I mean, I like the idea. The idea is that they're following the killer. You're not following the kids. You're following the killer. That's a cool idea. But I don't think that they fully committed to it. That last 10 minutes, I don't know want to give anything away, but that was strange. Right?
Yeah, it was just like it just came to the point where I'm like, are we done?
Yeah.
Is this it? Are we at the end of the movie? Are we okay?
Yeah.
All right, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
All right, we're out.
I got my phone. Is there post dressing? No. Okay, I'm out of here. But
I think if you have an idea, because to be honest, this could have been a Birdman.
Yeah, it could have been.
And if you don't know what that means, guys, I mean, where they follow with just one shot with a camera. And I think if you put some intensity into the killer's head, we're like, okay, yeah, he's so quiet right now because he's not near the people. But he was looking for an item, and he was killing people because he wanted that item back.
There are some real kills in this guy. So, if you feel like you're going to go in this not getting what you want, there are some brutal ass kills. Some really cool ones too.
There are some kick-ass kills. I'm not even gonna act like that there is not some badass kills in this movie. There's one kill where a dude's head gets cut off, and then he's just holding him by his jaw, dragging his body. I'm not even kidding. Like, and he's got the other side of the head in his other hand.
Yeah, you
like it is just.
You can show all you want, but you're not going to see. Like, you won't see anything like this.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this is
it's gorgeous. It's long for what they do. You know.
Yeah, what is it like? Is it a 2-hour movie?
It's an hour and a half.
No, it's an hour and a half. No, this is a 90-minute movie, man.
Yeah, it felt like a little long because there's a lot of just walking in the woods.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I said it'd be better if they had like, I'm not saying like an interior, like not interior, interior monologue. They had some kind of monologue, not monologue, but just like music or something that like gives you what the rage is like inside the killing monster's head.
I kind of don't need that. I feel like
obviously you do, because you just said a 90-minute movie felt long to you.
Right, but I don't need the movie to tell me how to feel.
No, it's not. I mean, not telling you how to feel. I mean, every movie tells you how to feel. That's literally what a movie's job is.
But I know, but I'm pissed at movies that make the music like, this is tell me the scene. I'm like, no, you didn't show me the scene. You know what I mean? Like, but
right.
But I think we disagree in the fact that I don't think this needs music, but it did need more of a point. I feel like, and it didn't have that to me.
No, it's like, here's the beginning, here's the end. And like, there's certain parts in this movie where that you learn more about the killer and stuff like that. And the thing is, I don't think we needed it.
No, I didn't care that much, honestly, about that.
I didn't care. I was like, okay, somebody took his locket.
Yeah.
He's mad about it, and he's killing you because he took his locket.
Yeah,
I don't need more of a.
Yeah, I don't need a backstory or anything like that. I don't need this.
The way that the movie was done, the theory of how the movie is, like it is just. It's a good concept. I like the concept of this movie more than I think I like the movie itself.
But like I said, it's a gorgeous movie. It's shot gorgeously.
Gorgeous movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not dissing that part of it. It's just, I felt like this fell short, and
I was really excited. That's a different movie. That's Studio 666.
Oh no, that's Studio 666. I'm sorry. That's
a brewery. Great Devil's Pale.
Oh, I found this mark on my head earlier.
Oh.
I don't know if you.
I'll not tell you this. Yeah, I get Neil just showing all these pictures of 666. So if you guys want to find that, let's go to YouTube. But Neil, what's your score on In a Violent Nature?
Man, I'm gonna have to give this like a 3.
A 3?
You know, a 3.2. I'll give it a 3.2, man. I think the more I think about it, I think I like the concept more than I like the movie. Like, it was beautifully shot. You know, I'll give it a 3.4. I'll give it a 3.4, so I'll be nice because of how beautifully shot it was and stuff. But I just felt like the aura of the movie just made it feel slow and sluggish.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't. It should feel a little bit better than that.
So my score on this is 3.6. I'm a little bit higher than you because I think I liked it a bit more. But I mean, it had so much potential. It did, but it just didn't. But again, guys, we're giving this not a bad score. If you guys want to go to the theater, this is really the only thing that's showing horror right now. So I recommend it. It's if you like gore.
Well, there's a bunch of horror movies. There's a bunch of horror movies that we've reviewed recently.
How about the theater? I mean, what's at the theater besides this?
Yeah, no, there's still stuff.
Okay.
Here, let me see right now. What horror movies are there out there at the theater? We have Watchers.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't want to see for some reason.
Strangers Chapter 1, which has been in the top 3 for the last 4 weeks.
It's crazy.
It's considered one of the best horror movies of the year. We probably have to review it at some point. And a Violent Nature. Let's see. There's a horror movie, Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield. About a monster.
Challengers. That was a horror movie. Because there's horrors in the movie. Anyway.
All right. Come on, Neil. So what's your score for any? I'm sorry. You gave a score. I'm not on TimmyS.com. What is the audience score for Any Violent Nature?
Man, Audience score is going to be, they're going to give it a 52.
44.
Oh, I was going to go 40.
Okay,
All right.
Okay, what's the critic score for Invalid Nature?
They're going to go 61.
82% certified fresh.
Holy shit. Give me the reason why.
Critics' consensus is a single-mindedly focused on mayhem as a demonic monster. Invalid Nature serves up a deliciously disgusting feast for gore aficionados. All right, I'm going to read a bad review and a good review. This is from Emma Vine of Culture S. She says, though Invalid Nature boasts a unique, fresh viewing experience, stunning cinematography and sadistic gory kills, there isn't enough meat on the bones to keep the audience fully engaged. Okay, that's basically what we said. And this is from Kristen M. Lynn. I'm sorry, we'll do this one. Abby Bernstein of Cymatics. She says, Gorehounds are strictly if that aspect should be happy with Invalid Nature, but other viewers may be very ready for Johnny to stop strolling into the trees by the time he does. Which, yeah, we kind of feel that way about it. Invalid Nature, as you can see at theaters, it's definitely unique, but it didn't quite stick the landing for the concept we had for it. I think, and next week we're doing Bad Boys Ride or Die, and
Bad Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
and Richard,
bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for?
Then Richard Linklater's Hitman on Netflix. Neil, I just want to mention
Hitman. So we're gonna do one about cops and one about Hitman. That's right. We keep it real. We keep it like today. We did Satan things on Satan's Day.
You have no idea how cool I am. You know how cool I am. How happy I am for the Bad Boys trailer to stop showing. I'm tired of it by now. I've seen it so many times.
I can't wait to see it though, because everybody's giving it really good reviews. I mean, you know me, I got to do these news segments. So like, I sit there and I read all these articles, or at least read the headlines, and I'm hearing a lot of good. Like people are saying it's the best one in the series.
Yeah. People are. I'm surprised by the praise for it, because usually when they come out, they're about fucking tired of it. But all right, man. You can find us online at moviesdon'tsuck.net, where Facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck, we're W2N.com, W2N.com. You find us there on a bunch of the cool podcasts. We're also on Instagram at TS Podcast, we're on X TS Podcast. We're on Patreon, you go patreon.com. Just me, let's look. You find us there on a bunch of other bonfire.com/moviesdon'tsuck, something to do. You'll find shirts and stuff like this. And YouTube, subscribe, subscribe anywhere you listen to us. Give us a rating. Talk about us. We'll love you. You're the best. You're the best, Neil. Who do we talk about? What do we do for small businesses, Neil?
All right. Can you speak the English? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm hungry. What do we do for small businesses?
What does that have to do with talking?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
What do we do for small business? You got a small business just like Dark Dominion. Yeah, literally. You can find them at dark-dominion.com. Dominion.com. I hate slashes and dashes and all that. I always F them up. But anyway, dark-dominion.com. Anyway, you can literally just send us that information. They sent me their information. They sent me an email. I read it on the air to you guys, to the people watching, to the people listening right now on X, on Twitter, or not Twitter, X, YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, all you guys that are watching right now. I just said it because they sent me their information, and I just did a little research to make sure that they're not taking money and killing off people and whatever. But anyway, so just do that. We'll be more than happy to put your information out there for our thousands of followers, our millions of listeners. We'll literally just give all your information to everybody so we can try to help you make a better living for you and your 17 baby mamas that you didn't need to. You should have wore protection. You didn't,
And now you're stuck. Now you're stuck doing this. But Neil, are you ready to get out of here?
Ready to get out of here, guys. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
Remember, guys, no matter how hard you try, sometimes incidents in life just happen. By any means, we did not plan to do a First Omen movie on the day of 666. But it just happened because Chris worships Satan. All right, have a good night. That's not true, by the way.